I have placed her at the center of the nations with lands around her. So God calls out Jerusalem by name here. Jerusalem was supposed to be this symbol of faithfulness, but now he gets to judge it because he chose it and because he set it apart. This verse tells us that Jerusalem was viewed as being both central geographically and spiritually. It was meant to be this kind of beacon. Jerusalem's described in the Bible as the city on the hill. And this is suggesting that God placed it in a place geographically and spiritually positioned to basically be unavoidable to the rest of the world. It was put at this kind of crossroads to be a light to the pagan world, but also to be a witness to the pagan world. Which means that being God's people brings with it responsibility and accountability. And that's something that we still talk about today as being Christians. When you put on that team jersey that says Team Jesus, there's responsibility and there's accountability that comes with saying, I'm a Christian. Just like there was back then for being God's people. Now, it's worth mentioning that they are being judged here. They're supposed to be the light to the world. But right now, they are a light that refuses to shine, essentially. They are choosing to rebel. They're a city that at this point, God is using them as an example, and they're attracting attention because of how bad they're being, essentially, and how they're supposed to be set apart from the world, but now they're starting to look like the world, and they're going to be judged, and they're getting attention for being judged for their poor decisions. Israel's failure was an offense to God, and it was a bad testimony to the nations. Kind of a warning to the other nations, because look, God even judges his own people. In fact, look at verse 6.